I'll put my phone down. I think it's too many things. Hi, my name is Corey Archangel, and we are sitting in the Whitney Museum right now in an exhibition that I put together called Pro Tools. The kind of centerpiece of the show, the piece that the whole show was kind of constructed around, is a piece called Various Self-Playing Bowling Games. It was a co-commission between the Whitney Museum and the Barbican in London. As you kind of walk into the museum, you're presented with these big projections. In each projection is different bowling games from the history of video game bowling. Part of this piece is me saying that these things are worth preserving culturally outside of disposable culture. Each of them has been modified to play themselves and only roll gutter balls over and over and over again.
What we see in the games is only gutter balls being thrown, which is of course a very frustrating process. Everything that the game promises in terms of a rewarding experience is denied to the viewer here. So the connection between our physical activity and what it should result in within the game is disrupted.
I've always liked to watch people play video games. Or to watch video games as cinema. So when you start watching a video game and you start considering it as cinema, it becomes so unlike what you've seen in cinema that it's kind of interesting.
We see the evolution of the human figure throughout those games, the way in which the avatars become more and more sophisticated, but at the same time remain a kind of cheesy or sometimes funny depiction of the human body. Of course, there is a goal of being more and more representational. With this kind of depiction, we will then approach the uncanny valley, where it becomes realistic and creepy at the same time. That also highlights our expectations. What do we really want from this medium, and what is this all about?
I could pick only the best 6 to show at the Whitney. The superstar, and my favorite of the bunch, is the PlayStation, the Brunswick Bowling for PlayStation. It's early 3D. It's like really clunky polygons. It's the characters that it generates. It generates a different character every day. They're kind of like barely human. They're also sexless. It's hard to tell what gender they are. They're kind of zombie, like they're kind of zombie-ish. It's just horrifying. And the colors, it's like blue and yellow, with really garish. And so that, I think, right now in 2011, that particular era of graphics is the most visually upsetting, therefore the most interesting, I think, And as the piece ages, and I'm sure other graphics will start to stand out, like maybe the GameCube, the last one, which is almost realistic. It's almost like it doesn't look realistic, but it's not quite cartoonish. It's in this kind of uncomfortable place as well.